see everyone. As you know, we've been working for a while on restoring the Schindler Plaza. The plaza, for all intents and purposes, is virtually complete. We've given the contractor substantial completion for the work that she has done. It's a female-owned company. So the contractor is substantially complete with the work. You may see the contractor from time to time doing some power washing or replacing some pavers. That's because we haven't closed out the project yet. But the site, the plaza, is open for the public. It's open for use. As a matter of fact, this weekend, Roosevelt Island Day, the plaza will be used for that event. So I'm very happy to announce that. But what I want to talk to you about this evening, very briefly, is the furniture, the street furniture, the planters, and so on that we had prior to doing the work. What you see here in this slide, it looks like the plaza the way it looks now. I mean, virtually we placed it in kind. But this is the original plaza. What you have here, sorry if I'm not having a pointer, these rectangular figures here are the previous benches that we had. And we had benches here along the church. So the question for the committee, and we can talk about it, and I have some of the handouts. This is not for discussion for this physical evening because it can be a very lengthy discussion, but to get some feedback from the committee as to what they would like to have back in the plaza. I'm sure everyone would want to have benches, of course. That's a given, but where do we place these benches? So that's the question I'm posing to the committee this evening, and hopefully I can work with some of the committees, to River, and work with some of the committees in the next couple of days or the next week to get some feedback as to what you want to see in the plaza. Yeah, this is what we had before. We had benches laid out. We have the benches in stock. Some of the benches you've seen throughout the island. The recycled benches that we have with the circular handles that you see along the Boulevard Hospital side, and I think also by across from from PS 217. Those are the type of benches that we would like to put back. So again, I have some handouts to give out. I'll answer any questions briefly this evening. Just also to point out that the plaza is not completely open, as you see here. We do have light fixtures, the lamp posts. We have 3 on the south side and 3 on the northern side. The 3 on the southern side will have adapters for electrical outlets. So we can do events there and so on. Previously we didn't have that. We would have to do some patchwork to bring in some power. The lamp posts will have electrical outlets for when you have activities there. So with that said, I'll answer any questions that you may have. And then looking forward to working with the committee in the next couple of days or so. Frank? Frank, I'm sorry. So,
Their planning committee actually is having a meeting at the end of the month. I can't remember which day it is. So I think the last Tuesday of the month. And I'll send out
above the bricks is actually part of the mortar set that keeps the brick in place. So it's seeping through. What we're told is that over time that will go away once the mortar settles and cures. And that should go away. Because the pavers are porous, it's going through the pavers.
What's over time, like erosion of the rock?
No, within the next year or so, it will go away. Once the mortar is cured and it's fully settled.
I just have one very short comment. Says, I walked around and looked at the stuff and looked at it as it's in progress. I think you've done a very excellent job on the brickwork here. It's very nice and professional.
Thank you. I'll relay that to the engineering department as well.
Sergeant, I think it's very nice to do has some kind of busy. I don't know if my voice. Are we going to put tabletops here too?
Well, that's part of what I'm looking for in terms of feedback. That's why I'm here this evening to show you what existed before and the handouts. I don't know if I have enough for everyone, but if I don't, Matt, please let me know and I can make available some more copies. But that's the type of feedback that I'm looking to get back from the various committees.
These double benches are back to back. So one side faces one over, the other side faces out, faces the opposite direction. People sit with their backs to each other.
No, that's what existed before. We don't have those same benches now.
Okay, so you're looking to find out whether we like it.
Yeah, if you want to put it back the way it was, you want tabletops, you want picnic tables, just let us know.
A lot of people have asked for, in the meetings that we've had, we've asked for movable furniture, so that we can put movings out there. So I'm wondering if there's any kind of movable furniture that we can, be able to be put there, maybe scratch the pavers and move the stove.
Well, you bring up a good point. The movable furniture is a good idea. It's just we have to be careful of how the furniture is going to treat the papers. We don't want scratches and pivots in the papers when we're moving heavy furniture around. That's my only concern. Otherwise, we're going to have a scratched up surface throughout the block. But yeah, that's an option as well. I mean, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is come to completion of this project and something that is acceptable to the community in terms of street furniture. Mark?
Again, it looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that we're working on kind of expanding the retail options, particularly across the street here at the plaza. Are we looking that there might be some food service options and we also need some tables out here because the storefronts are not quite large enough for much seating inside? Would that be something that we also need to be considered?
As a matter of fact, we had a meeting with Hudson Companies this morning to talk about their plans for the storefronts and so on, and we talked about the plaza. And they would love to express some ideas that they may have, and that may be part of future meetings. Talk about how we can make it like a kind of town square plaza with cafe style furniture and seating.
How about trees? Plants, furniture, stuff like that.
Well, trees and planters would be fine. What I would stay away from would be trees and the actual surface of this plaza. Because what happens over time, well, underneath this, just so you guys know, is about an 8-inch concrete platform that we put the pavers on. But if you put a tree, create a tree pit and do that, you're going to wind up with a root system lifting up the pavers, and you don't want that. But putting trees and planters is another idea that we possibly do. We had trees and planters or shrubbery and planters before, but those planters which we have at the train station now are not very attractive. I don't think we want those to come back and give a nice plaza look.
First of all, I just want to reiterate, I think that the plaza looks absolutely fabulous. Did a wonderful, wonderful job. I have a couple questions.
There's Wi-Fi there now.
So,
No, not Charles, we do have Wi-Fi there now. Yes. We've had it for a number of years now, maybe I'll do a better job in terms of letting folks know, but we do have Wi-Fi there now. Yes. So, well, I don't know if you have service, but I forgot the actual, it's probably like a Riyadh something, or Bishop Chapel Wi-Fi, something like that, I'm not sure, but it should come up. Unless they disconnected it when they were doing work here, but it's been in place for a number of years.
Movable furniture would be great, but very important. I advise you not to do it because it's just going to be vandalized. You're going to find some of those benches in the river or whatever. That's why if you go to any of the city parks, nothing is moving.
Oh,
All
like
the
Bryant
benches-
Park, they're all movable.
Where?
Bryant Park,
Well,
most
right, but
successful
that's a very-
park.
Yeah, but that's.
Oh, that's different.
If you go to Central Park, if you go to Prospect Park, if you go to all the benches, tables, etc., are bolted down. You don't find people in
Not
public
true.
spaces. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question. How would you like us to communicate with you through our committees?
Through the committees, through our committees, preferably, yeah. Through the committees, we will work as a, as a group, as during the day, we've done in the past, and then brainstorm,
Good. That's what
look at the pros and cons of different ideas and so on. And then, once we get some consensus, we can, move forward.
Any other questions?
Just a comment, I've heard some fantastic feedback on the changes that have been going on the island, particularly from people that have left the island to come back and visit and see things and go, oh my God, this place is going to be fantastic. And people have been responding to the idea of each idea, I've heard really good feedback about that. What I would say are the three things that I hear come up on a regular basis are benches, grills, and buses. And if I were to list the three things that I always hear comments about, it's benches more, grills more, and buses better.
Okay. Well, just so you guys know, tomorrow evening we have an operations committee meeting to talk about various transportation issues, so you're more than welcome to come and welcome all the feedback and comments regarding our transportation here on the island. In terms of the benches, we have benches that we were ready to roll out and replace some of the benches, like by River Cross, we had some of the old wooden benches that we want to replace. At Black Oak House, we need to redo those tables as well, and then replace those benches. And in terms of the beach area, I can't take credit for that. Actually, it was Marty Smith that came up with that idea. So, she deserves all the acknowledgement for that. But we're always trying to make things better here on the island because we have a very good opportunity to really move forward and to be creative and come up with some good ideas.
One of the things is in terms of dealing with grills and
Oh, that's
more
right.
grills and who gets a grill and maybe going back to grill permits again.
Right. Well,
I understand that they can't get to the grills because all islanders come in a lot of hours in the morning, stake out the
Right.
grills, and then nobody who lives here can use it.
The grill is one of those things that you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if we have grills, then folks from all over come and I've seen them. They come here at the crack of dawn and they camp out and so on. It's first come first service. Well, we're supposed to monitor that. They're not supposed to bring outside grills because what ends up happening is that they grill on the grass and it destroys the grass and so on, the coals and so on. But the grills, it's one of those things like, really.
I think the hard part is one of the things that makes tourism allowed and unique and special. And I think people look forward to coming here, and people that live here look forward to living here. How to get it all to work cohesively is
timeframe or is there a drop dead date on when you would like committee inputs to your process?
Well, the sooner the better. I mean, it's getting warmer outside, it's getting nicer outside, and I'm sure a lot of folks want to be able to use the plaza. We didn't want to do it too early because we didn't want to be in the way of the contract and so on. So right now, I mean, it won't take us long. Like I said, we have the benches in place. And if there are additional items that you want to see, that can happen over time. But I think seating is one of the primary concerns for folks that I've heard.
Folks, I think this is the beginning of the discussion, not the end. I would like to get to our agenda, so perhaps we can say this for another time.
Matt, I just have one comment on Lynn's, just after what Lynn mentioned.
I'm sorry?
I'm in the peripheral.
I'll get you to one shot.
No, not you. Yes, okay. Quick question, apart from the residents association, can you do a public call for feedback or input via wire, online, or did you do the regular?
No, I haven't done that. I was looking to use Vera as the vehicle for that.
Just to open it up too, since you have a quick time frame.
Sounds 5:30, it's not possible.
So, yeah, I was looking for Vera to help me in terms of communicating, getting feedback, and community representing the association.
Mona?
Yeah, I just want to say that, I think Lynn made an excellent point about the grill, and it could be extended, the same logic could be extended to the car parking, where you find that, outsiders and tourists and people come in, and it's hard to kind of get the balance between, parking for residents, given that there's not enough parking entry, meter parking. So it'd be great if we could come up with some sort of stickers or something for residents who may get preference to park as opposed to outsiders who come in the morning and, take space for like half an hour, or half the day or something. So I don't know the solution, but I do find it's pretty challenging when you live in the island and you don't find the parking because an outsider has taken the parking spot for a longer, much longer time.
It's another topic for tomorrow night.
It's another topic.
So I'm more than welcome to it.
Sure.
Frank, could you bring us up?
Time was Tuesday, June 26th at